Welcome to LET, the Lab Equipment Tracker for the McNair Aerospace Research Lab. This is part of a senior capstone project at the University of South Carolina, designed by Jenny Wilkes, Kristen Raybon, Melissa Plaqueta, and Michael Hoff. Before I log in, let me explain a little bit about the user types that are available in our application. There are 3 user levels, and I'll be discussing these throughout this demo of the application. There's administrator, programmer, and operator. The administrator has full rights. They can add, delete, and update items on each respective page. The programmer has the ability to add or update projects, but can only view the other respective pages. And finally, an operator only has the ability to view respective pages. As you can see, this is the page the user will be presented with upon going to the website first. I will sign in as an administrator for the purpose of this demo. You will notice that there is a Create Account feature in this right-hand corner. However, for the purpose of this application, this is disabled as our client specifically requested to only have accounts created internally. You will notice upon signing in, the welcome page changes a little bit. The text now welcomes you to the application and lists the email you used to create the account. Here is a link that will bring you to your respective homepage, and this will bring you to the homepage of either administrator, programmer, or operator, depending on the role you have. You will notice first, when I click that link, it brings me to my respective homepage. Again, I'm an administrator, so you'll see in the top left-hand corner that it tells me that I'm an administrator and I am at my home page. Next, you will see that there is a nav bar that I can click on to go to respective pages. Each of these pages will take me to a database with the corresponding information and give me the ability to add, remove, or update information. Again, I am an administrator, so I have that ability. And finally, in the top right, there's the ability to log out. Next, as we move down the page, you will see an About section. This just gives a little bit of information for the reader about the purpose of the Lab Equipment Tracker. And finally, there's a menu system that provides links that are respective to the user role, and this will change depending on the role the user has. Let's go to projects first. You'll see, again, the title changes. I am now viewing the projects. I have the ability to create a new project, and then below that I can see the projects I've already created. You'll notice each has a name, a date created, a start date, end date, as well as a user in charge. I'm also able to update and archive the project in line. Let's try clicking on one of these projects. You will notice when I click on the project that information is displayed, and there has not yet been a machine tool or material assigned. Let's do that now. You will see when I try to select a machine, it pulls the machines from our machines page. I can assign one to the project. Then I can go back to the projects page, and it has now been updated. Let's go to the machines page next. Again, the left-hand corner has been updated. We are now viewing the machines. I have the ability to add a machine. And again, there's a name, date added, whether or not the machine is in use, and what day is it in use until. I can update and remove this machine on the right-hand side. Let's go to Tools next. I am now viewing the Tools page, and I have the ability to add a tool. And I can see the name, date added, the source, tool notes, and again, I can update and remove. Let's try to update one of these notes. Maybe instead of having a hacksaw that cuts, it will saw. I can now update, leave the page, come back, and that note is changed. Let's try adding a tool. Each of these items is a text box that allows the user to give each field a unique name or value. Let's say we have some rubber hammers. I'll add the date in a moment. Let's say our source is the hammer company. And we also added a notes feature so that the user may add any notes that are appropriate for the item they are adding. Let's say, must be used outside. And for the date, you'll notice we have a date picker that shows up and allows me to choose a date. We'll go with today. I can now add that tool. I have feedback that tells me the tool has been added, and upon clicking OK, I am redirected back to the tools page with all the information I just created. Let's go to materials next. Again, you will see that I'm viewing the materials page. I have the ability to add a material, and again, the information is editable in line with similar information. It is important to note that we have an expiration field here for materials, as materials do expire, and it is important to enter those dates in. Next, let's go to the users page. Again, as an administrator, I can edit and add and remove users. This is specifically for admins. No other user can add, update, or remove users. So it is important that the administrator enters the information correctly, as the email is required to sign into the application. Next, I will go to the archives page. You'll see this is simply viewable for every single user. Archives are to see old projects that you have added that from the projects page that are no longer in use. And finally, let's go to the contact page. The contact page allows any user to contact an administrator. You can choose their name from a drop-down, enter a menu, enter a message here, and submit an email. That is the LET application. We hope this demo has been useful for you.